And we are live. My friend, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to Ero Talks episode number 6. My friend, today we are talking about relationships. I know this is a topic that everyone wants to hear. And my friend, once again, I've brought you a lady. So for those of you who are saying, we need a lady. Today I've brought you a lady. She's called Lorraine, and we shall be just talking about relationships. My friend, I would like you to tell me where you are watching from. If you're watching a live stream, please just tell me down in the comments that you are watching a live stream. And my friend, if you're watching a replay, please feel very, very free to let me know that you are watching a replay. Otherwise, I'm so much pumped up to talk about this topic. It is a viral topic, it's a common topic, and it's a topic that everyone needs to hear. So my friend, I'm so happy. Please, if you haven't liked this video yet, feel very, very free to like this video. You can also subscribe to this channel so that you can get these more conversations that we are doing on Ero Productions. So if you could just allow me, I would like to bring Lorraine on screen, then we can start this talk. I know you will enjoy this. Please comment and let me know where you are watching from. So Lorraine.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
Yeah, I'm also fine.
Mhm.
Lorraine, we are so happy to host you on Ero Productions. We are very, very glad.
I'm so much humbled.
And by the way, you look so beautiful.
Thank you
Of
so
course, from this end, and I know my viewers will also tell you that, right?
thank you so
So,
much.
Lorraine, I don't want to assume that everyone knows you. I would like you to give us a brief intro of yourself, please.
Okay. Once again, Duncan, thank you so much for hosting me on Ero Talks Show. And my name is Lorraine Kutima. And today we are going to talk about relationships. And I just hope I'll be able to put people with whatever they just hope so.
Yes, yes, we have substance to give people, and I'm sure that they will like this video. Maybe it will be one of the most viewed Ero Talks show on this very platform.
Okay.
So we are talking about relationships, and this is a tricky topic, my friend. It is
Mm-hmm.
an area that it needs a lot of care. It needs a lot of keenness because, my friend, relationships will lead, of course, to marriage and will lead to someone whom you are going to live with for the rest of your life. But I'm just challenged. I just need to ask you, Lorraine, are you in a relationship in the first place?
Currently it's complicated.
I like it when someone tells you it's complicated, but at least you know what a relationship entails and all that. Maybe you are in a better position to tell us because at least your relationship is complicated.
Yeah, it is complicated.
And I really don't know if your relationship is working, but let me position myself like, yeah, that way. So I don't know. I'm afraid to ask this question. Does really your relationship work? When you tell me it's complicated, I'm afraid to ask if it is working.
Okay. Not really.
It's not working. But I'm hoping that at the end of the day, we will be able to talk to people and maybe find out what we can do so that our relationships can work. But thank you for being honest because you may ask someone and he or she tells you, no, I'm in a relationship, it's working when it is not really working. You've heard of this statement that vitu kwa graoni tofauti si ndio?
Yeah, yeah,
Sometimes it's complicated, but we are trying all this. So I don't know. We have some people who are in your situation and they are unable to cope up with that very situation they are going through. Some of them would want to go and commit suicide. We've seen this so many times. Some of them decide to do crazy things that maybe at the end of the day they claim their lives or they put themselves in a situation that they cannot get out of that. But I just want you to give, I don't know what advice you have for such people who are going through this and in one way or the other, they don't really know how to go about this.
okay. Well, number one, on my side, relationships are not by force because you can't be stagnant wherever something is not working. So, like, it's not like somebody's just giving up like that, but things that are not working, we normally say they're never meant to be. So on my side, I prefer, like, if you see you're dating someone and it's not really working, it's better you talk to that person and tell him or her, I think this relationship is not working and we are not headed anywhere. Because, nowadays we have so many circumstances where you find people are in a relationship where it's not working, they are forcing it. Some end up committing suicide, some end up killing one another, of which it's not really necessary. And the person that is stagnant wherever he or she is not feeling the love that the other partner is supposed to give him or her. Yet there are some people out there who are really yearning to give her the feeling, him or her the feeling, but they're just stagnant there. So my advice to them is, anything that is not working, it's never meant to be. You let it go, pray to God, and move on with your life. Maybe it was never meant to be, and God knows the best, for everyone.
Yes. So in other words, unasema create a way for other people because in other words, they are just wasting their partner's time, right?
Most of the time they're just wasting their partner's time, and you end up like you find out you've been dating someone for over, maybe let's say 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, and at the end of the day, you throw it all away. What for? It's not supposed to be that way. So those people who are stagnant wherever they are not needed, drop that relationship, move on, create way for people who are ready to be with you. That is what I
Sure.
think. Right.
So I can now get the picture because we do not need to waste other person's time because time is so precious. And I'm just imagining the way you are saying someone has been dating for like 5 years and then this relationship does not head anywhere. You can see you have wasted your 5 years. Maybe you could have met someone who could have married you, or someone who could at least have made something good out of that relationship. So the advice goes across. I can really agree with Laureen that if you think or if you feel like your relationship is not working, it's time you stop wasting time and then you tell your partner and share out this at least this can be solved out. And this reminds me, Laureen, you've
Yeah.
heard of this recent story of Bill Gates and Melinda. They have been married for 28 years. Then it happens that they are they have divorced. So I don't know. Do we count this as a waste of time?
Mm, You know, we can't necessarily say that, but somehow, yeah, it's also a waste of time. But marriage is a complicated thing, and once you're getting into marriage, it's something like a vow that you're taking. It's for better, for worse, and for marriage, you can't predict how it will be in the future. So for them, I can't really say it's wastage of time because for me, on my side, I really don't know what led to their divorce. So I can't really say it's wastage of time because
Yeah.
when people decide to sit down and get married, they really have sat down and discussed on everything, and they came to an agreement. So I can't say it's wastage of time.
Yes, I like your response because when you look at like someone like Bill and Melinda, they have formed a lot. They have achieved a lot together. They have a foundation together, at least, and they still, by the way, are working together. Only that they are not living under the
Yeah.
same roof. So,
Yeah.
in the same area of marriage, there are these ladies. I've seen this severally. I don't know if it happens to men. You let me know. But
Okay.
in most cases, we find a lady who has
Mhm.
been married to a man. Then, unfortunately, something happens to this man. For example, he gets in an accident, maybe all the limbs are broken, or he is burned. So
Mm-hmm.
you find that he finds himself in a situation that is so very complicated. Then, when this wife sees that this husband cannot walk, this husband cannot do this, cannot do this, she decides to walk away. I don't know. What do you think brings to this? Why do ladies leave their husbands after they have gone through such tragic situations?
Like maybe sometimes they think they see the person as a burden
Mm,
because you see, like, let's say for example he broke his legs or the way you're saying. So as the wife, you now have to do everything for that person. You have to pull the wheelchair. You have to maybe help him take his bath, maybe feed him at times, And most of the time, they think it's a burden. You'll have to be doing everything, total, let's say everything for them.
mm, mm.
hmm So
So,
most of the time,
mhm,
women do say it's a burden.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
And
I now get you. But Lauren, you mentioned something that when you are getting married, you make a vow that I will love you for good and for bad. So I don't
yeah.
know, why should you love this man at a stage when he is so good? Then when something happens in his life so tragic, you want to leave him. Why? Why do that?
We it depends with the people. We are so different people,
Mm,
and it depends the way people take some things. Because at times you can think someone is the person you really know, but deep down you don't know the person very well. So it depends with the kind of person you've gotten married to. You know, yeah. For me, I can say that.
mm, mm.
Mhm.
Okay, okay. So I don't know. Do you think that
Mhm.
you should take time and date someone you want to marry? You know at least how they behave before you get married,
Mm, mhm.
or do they show a different, what do you say, a different image when they are dating from what they will show you when they are in marriage?
Mostly they will not show who they really
Mm,
are. They will not show, definitely. Until the time when you start living with them, now that is when you've taken a
mm,
vow. I will love you, my husband, for better, for worse. But he comes and changes, you're like, is this really the guy that I used to know?
mm,
Are you really the person I used to date?
mm,
Why change now? You see,
mm.
like, like, let me give you an example where
Yes, yes.
you find you find a single mother, a woman that left her home maybe because of some stuff which are understandable. But
Mm,
then she comes and meets a guy. She starts dating the guy.
mm,
They date and then they end up getting married.
mm,
So when they were dating, the guy accepted the kid as well as he accepted the mother. But you find in most cases, after they are married, the guy starts neglecting the kid or even discriminating the kid. You see, so while you're dating this person, you really can't know if he will still remain the guy you will get married to. You can't tell. And that is why, as for me, I would prefer I date someone, get to know you better, at least for some time, but still, it's not really 100% sure thing
so there are
because.
some doubts, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, I get you. The same way we said that relationships are sometimes complex and hard to understand, but we will try and find a
Mhm.
solution for this.
Okay.
So, talking of still relationships, I don't know, Lauren, do you think that a relationship, I mean, a relationship can work when the man, specifically the man, has no money.
It can work.
Okay.
Yeah, it can. A hundred
So
percent.
we should not have the idea that we men should have money for a relationship to work.
Also, it depends with people's thinking. Like for
Mm-hmm.
me, for me, I don't like, in my situation, I don't love because of money.
Mm.
I prefer in a situation where I find you with nothing. We start building ourselves from down,
Sure.
headed upwards.
Mm.
So, as for money, I don't think it's necessary. Although, yeah, there are those things you have to do for your partner. Like you can support him or her, but money thing, like 100% money thing, no.
Okay, the way you just said, it depends with the lady you are dating, because nowadays, to my own view, I think I've realized that some ladies really need money, especially from the husband. So if they find someone who is not stable, they want to walk away. But it's an advice. It is good the way you've just said, you build from nothing with this your partner, so that at the end of the day you will say, we were at this stage, and today we can really say we are at least somewhere and we are making our own money. So there is issue of cheating in relationships. It is a rampant thing. It is happening everywhere. Everywhere there is cheating. I don't know, why do you think people cheat in relationships?
Number one, lack of satisfaction. Number two,
Okay. Uh-huh.
lack of trust.
Okay.
Number three, insecurities. And number four,
Mm.
lack of
Mm.
communication. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've said something important, but I feel that statement is so heavy. Lack of satisfaction. I want to understand this. What kind of satisfaction are you talking about?
Okay. Let's say, okay, you know the major satisfaction I'm talking about, right?
Yes, yes, that's honestly, I know that.
Yeah, you see,
But do
when,
you think there are other satisfaction apart from that which we know?
yeah, there is.
Hmm.
Your time can also be a satisfaction to me. Like you have to you spend time with me.
Hmm.
You don't just abandon me. Like anytime I need you, you're not there for me.
Hmm.
I can't, definitely I want to be satisfied because I'll
Sure.
have to have your time. Maybe I want us to go somewhere, just go and chill, have coffee, and just have a talk, you know. Or maybe I'll just want you to come around. We just do a movie, and that's it. It's not.
Okay.
It's not okay. It's not all about sexting.
I love the way you are reasoning, because if I do not give you my time and attention, you will go and seek someone else who can't do that. And there are so many people who are willing to do that. So that's why you find relationships are not working. Then you've mentioned of communication. Communication is so very important. Communication. If there is no communication, then the relationship will face a lot of cheating. And thank you so much for sharing that. But then, what advice would you give to partners who like cheating? There are people, yes, they are satisfied. They are given attention. They are given absolutely everything that you've mentioned, but they still cheat. I don't know. How can you advise such people? And how can you let them know that one partner is enough?
Okay. What I can tell such people is that for now, actually, the generation that we live in, for now, you only stick to one partner. Get to build yourselves together and mold your future, because when, let's say today you're with Lorraine, tomorrow you are with Monica, the other time you're with Purity, the other day you are with Catherine, that is also wastage of time.
Sure.
Yeah. And at that time, you won't even build anything because when you are with Purity, she'll demand, babe, I need some money for this. Lorraine will tell you, babe, my house rent has expired. Purity or Catherine will tell you, babe, I don't have food today. The other one will tell you, I need money to go to the salon because this generation currently, the way we say, do you remember the first point? People rely on money. So there is
Yes.
no way you will run all these ladies without giving them anything. They say everything
Sure.
in life comes with a price. So instead of wasting that money or wasting your time, I'd prefer someone to save that money, that cash, stick to one partner, build yourselves together, and make your future.
Sure. Thank you so much for your sharing. I want to ask you, Lorraine, do you think that age can affect a relationship?
Mm, mm, Not really, but at some point it can.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
because
you find someone can be at the age of 30, but the reasoning capacity is with zero. Yes. hmm
I
Somebody
get
is
you.
at 30, but the way he reasons like a child who is 5 years old. And you can find someone is 10 years, but the reasoning is like that of a person who is at the age of even 40. So you see, it's different. Age at times it can affect the relationship because, yeah, let me just say it can affect, because I was once in a relationship where my guy, he was 26 years old, but the way he reasons like a kid at the age of 10. So you find out he's older than me, but my thinking capacity is higher than his own thinking capacity. Mhm.
Okay, we'll come to the part of thinking capacity, but then I want you to tell me: do you think you can date someone who is younger than you? Especially, ladies and age, somehow they take it so serious. Can you date someone who is younger than you?
Maybe I'll go for that that saying that they say age is just a number. I can find, yes, 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 yes.
Okay,
You're
I
it's true.
got you. I got the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Age,
it's okay. But then, okay. So you
I
find,
can, mm,
yes,
yes,
yes, just go on.
you can find someone, so for someone who is younger than you. Like let's say me, finding a man that is younger than me. I'm older than him, but deep down, when we can think the same and sail in the same boat. We can build our lives and be on a level that people can see us and be like, are they really the ones doing this? You
Sure.
know. hmm
Okay, I got you. But then, some people will start saying that you are the sugar mommy. You remember the story of Guardian, is it Guardian Angel? And
Yeah.
the wife. You
Uh-huh.
see, it has a lot of controversies, but I don't know. I don't know. It's something that is so tricky. You can't really say I can go for this, but I think love does not care about age. It doesn't care about
Yes,
anything,
exactly.
provided you love someone, irrespective of how old they are. You can go ahead and do that. But people will talk. I know people will talk. They'll say, "This lady is now a sugar mommy to this young boy." So you've
Exactly.
mentioned,
People will always talk.
yeah, I
People
know.
will always talk.
Yes.
They will never stop talking. So
Mm,
if you like, like myself, if I find myself in such a situation, I will not care whatever they will be saying behind my back, because at the end of the day, I know what I'm looking for and I know what I am doing. Other people's opinions will never matter.
I got you. Coming to thinking capacity, you mentioned that. Do you think that education affects relationships? Do you think that someone who is learned wants to marry someone who is not learned because they can manipulate them? Or do you think generally that education can affect relationships?
Okay, at some point it can, because you find out that so you find out a man is dating a woman, and when they met, the woman told the man, I didn't go to school, or maybe I went to school and didn't study further, or maybe I went to school and dropped at some level, the man will pretend he has accepted. You see, but
Yes.
as they are they are continuing with whatever they are doing, it will come a point where a man will start accusing the woman. You see, you're not learned, I don't know, blah blah blah. At some point it does affect, and then it will come to a point that the woman he's calling an illiterate one can think higher than him, and then it will like,
So,
can I also translate into Swahili, please?
yeah, yeah, please feel free, feel free.
I'm sorry. So
It's okay.
waona sasa,
Mm,
unapata watu wawili, mmoja alienda shule ila hakumaliza, alafu mwenzake
mm,
naye maybe he's a graduate.
mm.
So huyo mwenye ni graduate anaona mwenzake ni kama hana lolote,
Mfala.
yomdharau. Wakikosana
Eh,
wakikosana
uh-huh.
yuanza kumwambia, oh, wewe hata mwanzo hujasoma, wewe mwanzo mpumbavu, ungeenda shule ungekuwa waelewa kile tunachokisema, ama kile tunafaa kuzingatia. So mimi kwa
Sure.
upande wangu pia in affect.
I like your Swahili. I wish we could have started with Swahili. I really love it. We can. I can see Basil is watching us. Basil is by the Basil is my uncle. He is watching
But
and is telling me I'm following. So thank you so much, Basil, for tuning in. I can see other people are watching. Please, if you're watching, comment and tell us you are following us. You can also mention where you are watching us from. We are just talking about relationships, and we are about to finish our live stream, but you can come back and watch the replay. So education truly can affect, and we find that, Lorraine, some people would want to marry, especially men, would want to marry ladies who are not learned so that they can take advantage of them, which
Yeah.
is so wrong. If you just know you want to take advantage of a lady because she's not learned, that is so bad, and shame on such, men who are doing such things.
Yeah.
And I want to ask this, Lauren. Do you think,
Yeah.
in your own view, do you think you can marry a man? Let's say all of you are working, and then it happens that you earn more than the man. So, for example, the man earns a gross salary of 20,000, and you earn a gross salary of, say, 60,000. Do you think you can marry such a man?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Sometimes some people don't find it so easy. I don't know why. Maybe because they feel, there's a saying that kitu cha mwanamume ni chenyu wote, ni cha mwanamume plus ni cha mwanamke. But kitu cha mwanamke ni chake peke yake. I don't know if that is true. Is that true?
Yeah. I normally say that, but mimi on my side,
Uh-huh.
siwezi sema kitu cha mume wangu ni chetu, changu ni changu. Hapana. Katika ndoa twafaa
Uh-huh.
kusaidiana, waona. Alafu wajua kama tuendana, tutaelewana. Mimi labda nikuwe nafanyia hii, yeye yafanya kile kingine, vitu ambavyo twafaa kuvishughulikia, waona. So it's not a must, like, because I'm earning over 100,000 and my man is earning maybe 20, I disrespect him. Alafu unajua kwa ndoa kitu muhimu sana, ama kwa relationship, respect. Respect, heshima ni kitu cha maana sana. Sasa waona.
Sure.
Kwa maana nikiweza kumdharau mume wangu, hiyo haitakuwa heshima. Maana tukipendana tuliambiana for better, for worse,
For us.
kwa mabaya na mema, waona. Sasa mimi nikianza kupata pesa mingi, yeye apata 20,000, mimi napata 100,000 ama 200, haitakuwa vema mimi nikimdharau. Ni kitu cha maana ni mnaketi chini, mwaeleweshana vile mtarani maisha yenu, waona.
Sure. So we should not prioritize money, but love comes first. Cynthia Athenga says she is following. Thank you so much, Cynthia, for tuning in. Then Basil says this. I want you to listen. We
Okay.
are being sandwiched here. Kwani, are we the culprits? I think he's referring to men. Then he says, I thought it should have been 50-50. I don't know what exactly he means by that. Maybe should we believe maybe a man provides 50%, then the woman provides 50%, which is a perfect relationship. But we must admit that it doesn't happen that way always, because some ladies just believe I can't buy something in my house because the husband has to. I can't buy a coach in the house because a husband has to. But from what Lorraine says is that we have to share these duties so that all of us can be part of this. At least hata tukifika mahali unasema hata mimi nilichangia hivi.
Yeah.
Halafu although Basili alisema tunamwingilia sana, but I believe this thing should be 50-50.
Mr.
So Basili,
Basil, Mr. Basil, pole. Sikuingilii, pole.
yeah, but I believe this thing is 50-50 because we should just support each other, because love is something that is so caring. I was listening to someone, and he said, love does not feel sweet always. Because
Yeah.
if we take an example of Jesus Christ, if Jesus Christ would say that love should always feel sweet, I don't know if he could go on the cross. I don't know if when he was on the cross could say, oh my God, this sounds so sweet. But you see, Jesus went through a lot. It's a perfect example. He went through a lot of harmful situation. He was beaten, he was crucified, he died, he resurrected. But it was all because of love towards mankind. And that's why we can now celebrate salvation for those of us who are Christians. And at least we can see a perfect example of love. So, my friend, love is not always, perfect. It is not always 100% sure. So, Lorraine, once again, we just want to say thank you so much for your input. People who have joined us late, please be sure to rewatch this because you might have missed a lot. This lady has rich information, and we believe that we can tap into that and make the relationships work. So I don't know. Some of these points contradict Lorraine. Benjamin, is it Benjamin Zulu or something? You know him?
How's that?
This guy who does, I think recently he's been rocking, he's been all over with issues with relationships and advices. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but even if you haven't, he says that women should date people who are like they are already somewhere, people who have already made it. I don't know. Do you agree with him?
No, I don't.
Like, okay. Would you mind explaining? Because he says, you should find a man who is already, he has made it and all that. Why do you think it shouldn't be that way?
Because I can find a man who has already made it in life. He has everything. He has cars, he has mansions. But if you come to think of the source of money, where he gets the money from. So mimi on my side, kwa upande wangu mimi, okay, I prefer nipatane na mume na mwanamume, tuanze na yeye kuanzia sufuri. From there we go up, molding ourselves, establishing ourselves, making our future. Mimi, I can't go with the you find a man asha make it in life, then you At some point mtakuwa mnakosana, nakwambia. Wajua hivi vitu wakuja kuvichezea nilivitoa wapi? Wewe ulikuja kwa hii nyumba ukavipata. Wewe chako humu ndani hakuna. Mimi upande wangu sikubaliani. Mm.
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 Sawa. I want us to finish, but before we finish, Basil says he has a question. And here's the question. Are there specific households that a man should buy, for example, electronics? Probably the bed you sleep on. Then he says, does it make sense or a lady can buy them as well? Do you think there are specific things in the house a man should buy, or do you think a lady can also buy, for example, a bed?
No, a lady can also buy them. It's not a must for a man to buy everything in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, a lady can also buy them.
Okay. All right, Basil, I think you've had the answer. It is now 50-50. A lady can buy anything, including the bed you are sleeping on. We only have a tradition where you are told, a man should buy a bed, you should buy such things. I think we are getting out of that slowly by slowly. A woman can also buy a bed. So thank you so much, Lauren. I just like you to give us your parting shots, and we will be finishing this live stream.
Okay. What I would like to say is in the relationships, people should at least focus on the things that may part them apart, may destroy them apart, like some things like trust issues, those insecurities, satisfaction. At least you just talk to your partner. Maybe you're not satisfied with whatever he's doing. Just call the partner, have a talk. And then as for marriages, also people should put on the key thing, respect. Respect is the key thing in marriages. And as for that part, yeah, ati mwanamke sijui anafaa anunue sijui sufuria, mwanaume anunue electronics, anunue nini? Hapana. Nyumba amesaidiwa. Ndio wajua electronics zaaminiwa sana na wanaume. Alafu pia wanaume wajiamini, mwanamke hawezi nunua electronics ambazo zafaa nyumbani.
Sure.
Sasa waona inafika mahali you find pia sisi wanawake tumetengwa, like we don't know how to buy electronics. They believe that we don't know how to buy electronics. What we can buy is only kitchen households. Other household it's for the man. And as for hiyo ya watu kunini salary, people should share 50-50 in the house. A man should not just cater for everything in the house. They should share. Yeah. And then above all, if you feel you're somewhere where you're not loved, you're just forcing yourself, you're just stagnant, it's not a must for you to be there, because at the end of the day, you'll stick to someone, a person who is not even in love with you. You're wasting your time sticking to a person who loves another person. And at the end of the day, he comes and tells you, we can't go any further with you. We can't do anything more with you. So this relationship is over. And you find out you've wasted a lot of time when people who really had true feelings for you came, but you kept on ignoring them because you love so and so. So people should not stick to people who just ignore them. They don't love them. I don't think it's right.
So
Then
thanks a lot. Yes.
faithfulness is a relationship. It's a good thing, because also cheating, I don't know why most people find it so cool to cheat on the partner, because when you cheat, you can go out there and cheat, and at the end of the day, when you're coming back, you either have STDs or STIs. You come and infect me, or maybe you get HIV and AIDS. You come and infect me, of which it will have another cause, of which it will come and cost some money, which we will have to spend going to hospital, doing this and that. You see, and then sometimes people go and cheat. You find out someone was killed because he was found cheating with someone's wife or someone's husband. It's not essential. Just stick to one partner, mold yourselves, build yourselves, and make your future. And if it's not working, it's not working. What's never meant to be, it will never be. And above all, put God first in everything.
Sure. Doreen, I'm so pleased with what you're saying. In fact, Cynthia backs you. She says, respect, openness. That is very paramount. Then she adds on
Mhm.
that's true. Stop forcing issues. If you see something is not working, my friend, walk and give us some time. We also need to maybe we are the people who can give her true love. But Lauren, sometimes okay, I know we are through, but sometimes you katia a dem, then it happens that huyu msichana anakukataa because anasema yeye ako in love sijui nini. Then after maybe what wanaachana, alafu anakuja tena sasa, she now wants you, but maybe in that moment anakupata usha move on. So maybe some ladies pia msaa
Mhm.
akikukatia usinini sana. I think utanielewa, usikue hivyo
Okay.
sana juu there are people by the way unawaangalia unaona huyu msee kuna future, but dem anakataa, anasema mi niko in love, huenda hata yuko in love but she just tells you to put you off. But what you've talked about is so relevant when you talk of faithfulness, when you talk of openness, when you talk of walking away of relationships that do not work. I love that. I don't
You know,
know. Yes,
what was I supposed to say? You
I don't
know,
know.
us ladies, like nowadays, the Kenya we live in currently has really changed a lot. Where you find a man, you're dating a man, you don't even know his other side. You only know the one side of him. The other side, you'll never know it until one day, that day that the God has planned for it. That is when you'll have to see that the other side of him. So you get to involve yourself with a man. He does this and that to you. He walks away. You pray to God. He gives you another partner. He comes and does the same thing. We get afraid. You're like, the other person hurt my feelings. This one also is just like him. We just say you're just the same. You see where we all always say men are just the same, they'll never change. So ukiona mwanamke ya kukataa usimchukulie vibaya, maanake nyinyi waume siku hizi mmekuwa wanyama, hamna huruma hata kidogo. So sisi tuwaogopa, ndio maana waona unaweza taka kudate mtu unaona kweli ana future, lakini yeye akikuona anaona anakumbuka yale machungu aliyopitia pale nyuma. Sasa waona, huwezi mlaumu.
Okay.
Mhm.
I get you, Lorraine, but not all men are that way. But at least, okay, wanasema unajua kama umeface kitu inakuwa ngumu, by the way, to trust someone. I can
Very.
really concur with you. Basil says, anayekupenda pendana naye asiyekupenda wachana. Anasema you've just sang that song in the other words. Anasema asante sana. Rosemary Nyaleso says, me nitadate everyone who approaches me unless someone shows me he is serious. I think she tries to mean that haiwezi date mtu unless huyo msaa muonyesha kuwa he is serious. So she is also backing you. Rosemary, thank you so much for your comment. Cynthia, thank you so much for your comments. Basil, thank you so much. I'm so happy to see you guys who have tuned in. This is Ero Productions, and this is a section called Ero Talks Show. This is the 6th episode, and I'm so happy that you are able to join us. Feel very much appreciated. We have talked a lot. If you've just met us at this point, you may want to watch a replay of this very live stream. And we have shared a lot with Lorraine. She can testify, you can hear from her. And my friend, the thing that we are taking home is that if the relationship is not working, please walk away and give an opportunity for other people to date that lady or to date that man. So once again, Lorraine, thank you so much for finding your time to talk to us. And we really appreciate you on Ero Productions. And we hope that we shall have some other time and just have a chat with you also, maybe on the same topic, because it's a long topic you cannot finish. or we may look for another topic that we can talk about. But thank you so much for spending time, and thank you so much for talking to us. We feel so much appreciated. Sawa Loring.
Thank you so much, too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel humbled being in Ero Talks Show. Thank you so much, Kazungu.
So you will share this to your people also when there's a watchy badai. So that's something fun. So I would just like to take you outside the screen, but remain in the broadcast. We shall have a little chat. But I just want to get you out. Then I do conclusion. I end the show. Then I'll get back to you. Right?
All right.
So, my friend, that was Ero Talks episode number 6. I am so happy that you are part of this. My friend, we shall also have some other talks maybe in the course of the week, but I'm so happy that you joined us in this very talk. I hope that this topic has really helped you, and this talk has also helped you in your relationship. My friend, if you're watching a replay, please comment down below, and you can also give your feedback in the comment section so that we can interact more. If you want me to get back Lauren on a show, maybe in the next show, please also let me know down in the comments, and you can also suggest someone whom you would like to be, featured on Ero Talks. If you are also there, you want to be part of Ero Talks show, feel very, very free to contact me. You can also comment down in the comments below and tell me that you want to be part of Ero Talks show. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining us on Ero Talks episode number 6. We are so much happy. I don't know how to finish this, but I'm so much happy. And my friend, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't liked this video, feel very, very free to give it thumbs up so that we can reach out to many more people. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, feel very, very free to subscribe with notifications on so that you do not miss any part of our conversations. Otherwise, I hope I will see you in our next live stream. Peace. My friend, I am through with this talk. It has been so good. It has been so beautiful.